Yeah, yeah. Okay, everybody. Well, happy to have you. It's your boy, Thanks Neo. I'm gonna be holding down the mindset class today. My good buddy Jeff is currently tied up. You know, no, he's not in the back of a trunk. He just tied up with a little bit of business. Okay, so let's get this work. Peace and blessings. It's your boy, Thanks Neo. It's Saturday mindset class. Time to get your mind right. Let's get this work, people. All right, so first thing we need to start off with is why did this week happen? Why did that trade go this way? Why are we, feeling a lack? Why are we not hitting our goals? Why does it seem harder than what it really is, right? Why? Because a lot of times we create these goals, we come up with these plans, we spend so much time on these plans, and we like, yo, we got this. I know I got this mastered. I know I got this down packed. And then when it come down to executing, it doesn't work. It fails badly, right? I mean horribly. It fails, right? And reason why, because 9 out of 10 is your mindset. It's, you see the trades, you go to the technical classes, you read the books, you study the videos, you practice, you back test, you done all this stuff, but you still cannot seem to get it right because the mindset that you took towards that market that day, the mindset you went into the battle that day, you know what I'm saying? Back testing, charting, uh, all the things we do, all the tools we have to go back and ensure our victory, that's practice, right? We practice like we play. And we play like we practice. That's the reason why you practice. And you practice hard. You practice relentless. You must have ruthless aggression when it come down to your craft. And you got to attack it with ruthless aggression. You studying, when you reading, when you meditating, when you working out, a ruthless aggression towards the goals that you want to have because it's a necessary. It's very necessary to attack it that way because when it's time to play, when it's time to get on that field, when it's time to actually enter the market, that you do not approach with that ruthless aggression attitude that you did when the lights was off, when nobody was looking, when the market was closed, when everybody back was turned, when the Zoom was off, it's gonna show up on the field. It's gonna show up in your trades. It's gonna show up in your P&L. It's gonna show up in your bank accounts. It's gonna show because a lot of times you're not putting in that extra work. When you know, like, oh, okay, I'm about ready to stop. No, you got to go the extra mile because you don't do it, then you are not going to achieve what you need to achieve because you keep quitting on yourself when you halfway there or you feel like it's issues that you can bypass because it's a lot of stones that's been left unturned and you ain't turning every stone. You are never going to achieve that level of success that you want. A lot of times as traders we will bypass certain key levels, we will bypass certain issues in our trading, we'll bypass certain personal issues in our life, and it all shows up in the market one way or another. If you are not careful, it will destroy you. You cannot leave stones unturned thinking you're going to be a successful trader because it's going to be a level of self-destruction because you're going to hit a wall. You definitely going to hit a wall. And when you do, that's the wall that's going to make those issues that seem small and mundane just, it's okay. I can skip this. I don't have to do that. It's going to show up. And when it do, it's going to take you out. And you must turn those stones. You must go back, face those issues. You have money problems, go face them. You have this issue, go take care of it. You have gambling addictions, fix it. Don't bring it here because when it shows up ugly and it shows up bad. And there's a lot of times some people don't recover from them. I seen great people, beautiful people lead a game because they didn't want to fix those issues. They didn't want to fix certain key issues that kept holding them back from doing what they need to do. They didn't want to fix the risk management. They didn't want to fix the, oh man, I got to go for the 1,000%. They didn't want to humble themselves down and say, hey man, listen, the market allows me to be here. You get what I'm saying? Instead of saying, hey, I don't control the market. I just go with the flow. No, they're like, no, I got to control the market. I got to control this. The need to control is not the key here. You got to be fluent. You got to be flexible. You must be like water. You got to flow with it. You got to go with the flow. You're not going with the flow. The flow going to tear you up. It's like the current. You can't fight a current. In a mass ocean, you cannot fight the current. You got to go with that, right? And I was telling an individual, like, the universe will provide everything you need, but if you acting for wrong things, can also provide things that destroy you at the same time because you're not ready for the gifts of the universe. You cannot handle what was being given to you if you're not willing to fix the issues and get right quick. Be wrong fast, get right quick is one of my famous statements I always preach because if you're going against the current, all you have to do is turn around and go with the flow, and you'll find it's a pleasant ride. You know, Kayaking down the river is very fun if you're going with the flow. Everything's smooth. You get to enjoy the nature and all this, but you go against that flow. Now you're fighting for your life. Now it's dangerous. Now it's deadly. Now you're getting injured. Now you're getting hurt. Now you worrying like, oh, what I'm gonna do? This and this because you fighting the flow. Turn around. Get right quick. Go with the flow. Stop doing self-destruction actions. It's not that serious. It's very easy to just relax, sit back, enjoy yourself, wait for the setups. Don't rush the trades. If you having some type of financial situation, don't bring that into the market with you that day. Worry about it after the market close. Figure out another plan. I always tell people you have a job and you do not need this money because you really don't. Figure it out that way. Do not think you're gonna come into the market and get all your financial situations taken care of. Budget, you know, reconstruct your finances on your personal side because thinking that you're gonna pull something out the market, you'll never do it. I read a story one time in a trading book. It said, "Hey, you see this fur coat? I'm gonna pay for it with my trading money." And a guy that was on the New York Stock Exchange down in the pits, it was a $10,000 fur coat, and he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna trade and get this money to pay for this coat." He never made it. He wound up blowing his account, right? Then next guy say, "Well, you couldn't do it, but I'm better trader than you, so I'm gonna do the same thing." And guy at the guy at the guy with the ego took that challenge and epically failed because they said, "I'm gonna have the market pay for this." It's just not the case. You put out the wrong energy into the universe. The moment you say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna have the market pay for this," cockiness. That's not the ego. You must kill the ego. The ego must go for you to be successful because they determine, they say, "Hey, I already got this in the bag. I'm going to do this. Ain't nothing. I'm going to get this furry joint real quick and I'm be lit. I'm on it. I'm coming in with the furry joint. I'm be like, stunting on you boys. Y'all can't trade like me. I'm nice with it, right?" And they got toe up. They came in with their ego and got smacked around because that's what the market will do because it will humble you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the capabilities to make the market do what you want. You must do what the market willing to do. So you just go with the flow. Every successful trader just go with the flow. They don't say, "Oh, I know what it's gonna do." Nah, man, yeah, that thing bipolar. I'm gonna go on ahead and jump on and go for that ride real quick. You're like, "Nah, it's going this." All right, cool. Stay that way if you want to. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go the easy way. I'm going with the flow because that's the intelligent thing to do, but not always the right thing to do for some people. Like some people don't think that's the right thing, the easy thing. They want to fight the flow. They want to fight the current, and that's not the case. I always tell people the market is like a giant bully, right? Your goal is to hit and run. So if I say, I can't stand straight up and fight you fair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sneak you. I'm gonna hit you and I'm gonna take off running. A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what you say. You didn't hit me back. I'll hit you, but I know good and well I cannot whoop you because I stand there every time I tried. I got beat the heck up, blown accounts, right? This account blown because I thought I can beat the market, but in actuality, now I can get a lick off of them, and take out running. I can do that. That's successful, and that's what you got to do. You got to like, let me get mine real quick, get that win. Don't try to squeeze every dime out this market. Get what you can get. Get what's available. Getting while the getting is good. Because remember, pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? If you go on this market thing, you're gonna be a hog and you're gonna eat everything that's on the table. You say, "Oh, there's a lot of meat on it, but I'm gonna clean it off." Yo, okay, cool. The wise and intelligent trader knows it's gonna be another meal. It's gonna be another meal. So I'm gonna go on here and get this. I'm good. I'm satisfied, and I'm gonna go home. Successful traders eat till they satisfied. Bad traders eat until they full. Remember that. Successful traders eat until they satisfied. Bad traders eat until they full. So let's translate that. Successful traders say, "Hey, I got a 50% profit goal. Over 50%, that's a hoorah." Some traders say, "I got a 10%, 20% profit goal. I'm gonna hit it here, and then I'm gonna do my risk management to get it up there." Bad traders say, "Oh nah, I'm gonna let it run, let it run. Do a, I'm like, you should do 1,000%. Whatever. It's gonna off to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's going off." No, it's not. It's have some discipline about yourself because you're being a hog right now. You know, when you being a hog and you being greedy, you don't know what may happen to you. They may say, "Oh yeah, come on in, come on, eat as much as you want." Trap, because the successful, consistent trader, the one who can put those points up game after game after game, he already took his money. She already took her money. They already waiting at the other end of that trade to take it back the other way. Because I'm not gonna ride it down into the last bit. No, I'm gonna go ahead and get off right here. I'm fine. And then I'm gonna go around the corner to the other side and wait for the opportunity to take it back the other way. Because I know what happens when it gets down to those levels. Things get real spicy and they switch up real quick because a lot of sharks is waiting right there at that level to tear you up. And they want you to come down there being a hog. They like those hogs coming down there because they about to take all your money. Because the moment it hit that level, bam! Next thing you know, it reverse pin bar trade going off to the moon. You was up a 200%. Now you down set to 70%. You like, oh man, they're gonna come back, just pull back. Now that 70% turn into a 40%. You just watching it, looking stupid with your hand on your face, like I had 200%. I should have took that. Now you down to 30%. Now the trade really going against you. They taking it in a whole nother direction. It's not a pullback. That's a whole reversal. Now you sitting crying in the car, wishing you would have took that money. Now you closing at a 20%, 30% loss. Golf bid, you start averaging down. Now you're really in the hole. So that little loss turned into a big loss. You turn a winner into a loser because you was bragging before you secured the bag. Remember, I always say secure the bag before you brag. And if you not doing that, you're gonna have a sad day knowing you was up this all this money and you chose not to take it. You chose not to put no risk management in place. You chose not to move that stop loss where you needed to. You chose these things because you wanted to be greedy. You let your ego get the best of you. You start something like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then you have the nerve to say, I need the money for my family. I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for my people. I need this situation. You're gonna have the nerve to say these things, to say this is the reason why you're here in the marketplace, but you don't take those type of actions. You don't act like that. You don't act like this is for your people. You don't act like this is for my success. You don't act like, hey, this is what I need to do to attain financial freedom. You don't act like I want to be a great trader. I want to be an excellent trader. I want to be a consistent trader. No, you don't act like that. Those are not your actions. Your actions are, man, listen, I want to be AD or trading. I want to flex. I want to, I want to do the most. I want to stun on board. I want to be one of them Instagram traders. I'm live with it. I'm going to pull Lamborghinis out the lot. That's how you approach every trade. Like he's some type of irresponsible individual. Yes. That's how you approach the market instead of saying, hey man, it's cool. Let me go on and get this. Let me go on and do what I need to do. You know, let me get what I need to do and get up out of here. No, you be irresponsible. Instead of being responsible, instead of being humble, you take things lightly. You sit there. You turn winners into losers when you clearly had the win on the board. The universe gave you the win, but you chose not to take it. What can I do if you are not taking what is given to you? Is somebody giving you what you asked for and you don't want it? What do you expect? It ain't gonna be there forever. A better deal may not come along because you don't even know why you was in the trade in the first place. You just taking something. You never had a plan. If you had a plan, you would have had an exit. You would have took the percent you commanded. See, when you have a plan, you can command your price. If you do not have a plan, you do not have a strategy, you cannot command nothing from the market. Not a nothing, not now, another thing, nothing at all. You can't get nothing because you didn't have a plan. You don't know what's there for you to have. You don't even sure what is supposed to be yours. That's the reason why you ain't taking profits because you're not 100% sure what is actually meant for you, what is actually offered to you, what is the offer on the table, what is the deal. You don't understand the deal, you cannot take the trade. You cannot walk into a deal not knowing how much money on the table, right? Most traders know exactly how much money on the table, so they execute accordingly and they get the max profits. But you don't know what's on the table. You may say, "Hey, this 1,000% trade here," and another trader say, "Oh, this is about a good 20% trade." So y'all both get y'all 20%. The trader who read the details and understand what's on the table, he takes them 20%. You sit there and you wait for more. Yeah, it goes to 25, but then some odd reason it started, you know, slowing down. It started gassing out. It started fizzling out. And then next thing you know, it started going down. You thinking it's a pullback and it's going up and down, showing 10%, 5%, 10%, 15. It gave you huh? You sure? You sure that yeah. When it dropped down to 10, bounce back up, come down to 5, and then go back to 10 again, that's your way out. That's the market telling you, you sure you don't want to exit? You sure? All right, bet that. And put my money up. It's time to go the other way. Now you in a loser. The trader who knew was only 20% on that table, he took that. She took that. Discipline. The disciplined trader that focused on the one thing. Hey, I'm gonna focus on this 20%. I'm on this 20%. I don't care about the rest of it. I'm fine with my 20%. And I'm gonna go on about my day. They took the money and left. Now you wishing you had. Now shoulda, woulda, coulda coming in. Now the regrets. Now the oh my God, if I just would have done this, if I would have had my stop loss in place, oh my God, it would never ended this way. You seen it writing on the wall all day long, but you did not read the details of the deal. You didn't understand that it was only 20% in that deal. You didn't understand that and you chose to be greedy. So that's what you got to deal with. Now, instead of being responsible, are you going back to triage that trade? Reason why you couldn't get past that 20%? Or are you just gonna go on here and walk down with your head in the feet, your head in the sand, and go blame some other situation on reason why you didn't take that win? Why you couldn't get that win because the trade was green. It was green for a nice while for you, right? And you chose not to get that win. Not nothing, not even some of it. You chose to take an L that day, right? Are you facing that loss and turning it into a lesson, or you just letting that lesson pile up on you? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Like, what are you doing after the game is over? Or are you going to continue doubling down with those bad habits and keep fighting the market? Are you checking yourself? Or are you just going to continue like, oh, let me blame somebody else real quick and let me keep going with this self-destructing behavior? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really dial it in and be honest to say, hey, I did something wrong here. Let me check myself real quick. Let me triage this. That was an unnecessary loss. If you turn a winner into a loser, shut it down. Shut it down that day. You may need to shut it down for a couple of days and go back and reevaluate what happened. It's not necessarily the trade. The trade is, they only take you a couple of minutes to reevaluate that, but you need to reevaluate your mindset on why that happened because that was all mental. We can teach you all the technicals in the world. We can teach you all the technical that you need. But when it comes down to that mindset, it's a no-go. We can't help you with all of that. That's what we here to right now for. We here right now to help you with that mindset. But that's the struggle that you must attain on your own. That's the struggle you must sit there in the dark at night and work on your own mind. Because we can point you in the right direction, but if you're not willing to face your own demons, we can't help you. You got to be transparent. You got to be honest to say, hey, I made a mistake. Yes, it is my fault. Take accountability and say, yes, I did make that mistake. Yes, I could have been a better trader. Yes, I could have took that percent. Think about that, right? I always tell people who come to me for help, I say, hey, be consistent. Do the 10% for 1 week. Try it out for 1, 2 weeks. See how that acts. See how your account grows in a week. See how it acts in 2 weeks. Then, increase over time. And doing that will let you know the power of consistency. Not about the big wins. No, it's not about the big wins. It's about being consistent time at the time at the time. Can you repeat this? If you cannot repeat that, you need to reevaluate your situation. You need to reevaluate your setup. It's all about being consistent because I know a lot of y'all goals are to become, a full-time trader, to have that financial freedom, do whatever you want, whenever you want. But that start with consistency. If you're not consistent, how can you ever count on anything? Because you know for sure when you go into work, you show up, you do XYZ, then you get paid, right? That's a consistent income because all you have to do is show up and you're going to consistently get paid. Well, that's how you model your life. Your bills, your entertainment, and everything else is modeled off of that consistent income. Well, trying to go into the market, why you think you can't be consistent in the market and think you can model your life after that? You just can't model your life after a win here, win there. Oh, I had a, 200, 300% trade here. I hit IV flush. I killed it today. This my new lifestyle. How can you say that you cannot repeat that success? You cannot say that. You will never be able to say that if you are not being consistent. Consistency is what lives and companies and businesses are built off of, right? Consistency is what greatness is built off of. Consistency is how you manage your future, not being sporadic, not being all over the place. Focus on one thing, focus on being consistent. I'm reading a book right now called The One Thing, and the whole emphasis of that book is being consistent on one thing, just one. So focus on being consistent. Focus on doing the right thing every single time you enter that market. Focus on that one trade. Don't jump all over the place. Don't get the going over here, going over there. Focus on being consistent on your one trade. You take that trade, then from there, you analyze that trade, triage that trade, and you come back with it. The One Thing, that's the name of that book. Uh, and you kind of just think, right? Just think about it. If you focus on that one trade, not trying to manage three, four, and multiple times, you just focus on that one, how more successful you'll be because you would have seen that pullback. You would have seen that resistance coming up. You would have seen that order block. You would have seen, hey, the market look like it's slowing down, looking kind of top heavy because you would have been focused on that one trade and making sure it's the best trade ever. I tell people all day long, don't trade the price, trade your skill because a lot of people want to trade the cost. They want to trade the potential gains, right? They want to trade the potential gains, but they are not trading their skill. And that's when you mess up because you're trying to pull these numbers out the market as you've seen other successful traders do, but you don't necessarily have the skills to do that. That's the problem. You're not trading your skills. If you have 20% skills, trade your 20%. Eventually, it's going to grow. It will grow. Trust me, everything grows in time, but you got to give it that allotted amount of time you need to grow. So, trade your skill set. I always tell people, like, man, I put on a great trade. That was one excellent trade. I feel great about it. I really maximized that trade and I shut it down after that. I probably go to paper trading if that. If not, I may just I'm good for the day. I'm gonna triage this a little bit later. I'm going about my business because I put on a great trade. I said I performed a great game. I said, shoot, this was lit. This is good right here. I said, man, that was a great trade. My setup was right. My risk management was right. My take profit was right on point. It went past it. It's great because I want to get filled into power. I want them to power to my take profit level. Go on there, take me out, and I'm good because that was a great trade. And I pat myself on the back and I go on about my day because I have things to do. I'm not gonna sit there all day long and say, "Oh man, I can do it again." Because I always tell people, you get that Steph Curry hand, that's when things go wrong. It starts off good, you be like, I can't miss, I can't miss. Because trust me, I learned this the hard way. I was up crazy. I was up crazy one day, and I was Right when I started my future career, I was practice trading. I was like up, I'm staying. I'm like 400, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, boom, boom, I'm up. Then I said, man, I'm gonna get one more. That one more turned into a loss, turned into another loss, turned into another loss. Next thing you know, everything I made that day got wiped out plus more because I thought I couldn't miss. And that's all I learned. Like, hey, you put on a great trade, go on here, go on about your business because now my ego is extra inflated if I don't. I'm gonna say, oh, I can do this all day long. See how perfect that was? That was too perfect. Oh man, I didn't have to do nothing, nothing, nothing. It went straight where I wanted to go. Perfect. I was so cool with it. Man, look at that. Man, I ain't even had that much money on the table with that trade. I was smooth, man. Look at what I did them boys like that. And now you think you Superman. You gonna jump off that building and you realize you Clark Kent. You feel me? You gonna fall straight down. Like boop, my neck or my back. Now you looking crazy, right? Uh because you're not trading right. You got to trade your skill set. Once you put on that excellent trade, just go on ahead and shut it down that day. It's okay. Come back tomorrow because you need to reset. You need to go why that trade was excellent and determine how can you repeat that. That's the key. How can I repeat this? That is the key to all of this, to being a great trader. These classes don't work if you're not focused on your consistency. You cannot take this from this and this and this and this and all these all these books, all these classes, all these videos. You can't. All that stuff is cool, but if you're not focused on being consistent, it's not gonna work. None of it gonna work. If you are learning Fibonacci levels, might teach great technicals. If you're learning all these things, you're not being consistently practicing. You're not practicing the stuff that he's teaching. You're not consistently trading like that. You'll never know what works because you're all over the place. The worst part, you let your greed get the best of you. You know, you let that greed get the best of you. You're really getting smoked out now at that point. So you got to check those things at the door. And once you check those things at the door, check the greed. I always tell people, check your greed, check your ego, check your emotions. If you're extra emotional that day, and you know you are, please don't trade because they're gonna show up. And it shows up nasty. It shows up real nasty because now you're trying to take your anger out on the market because the person who really, you know, teed you off is not there. So you're gonna take that out on the trades. You're gonna be counter trend trading. And you may have some success, you may not. So that's why your trades all over the place because you was emotional that day. Or you took that lack mindset into the market, like, man, I really need this money. I can't, I gotta hit every trade. It may not be a good day tomorrow. The rest of the week may be trash. This may be the only day. So I'm trying to maximize this. I'm squeezing every dime I got out of every trade. Every trade I gotta maximize. I gotta do this. I can't because you're having a lack mindset instead of an abundant mindset. An abundant trader takes what's there on the table and they go on about their business and they enjoy the rest of their day. So it's a difference. The consistent trader, the abundant trader, they always relax. You think they nonchalant, but in reality, they did what they did the day before, the year before, and so on, right? They've been consistent. They did a consistent action. They took their money and now they get the high, he, right? Why you upset? Yeah, you had 100% day for yesterday, but now you down 200%. Now you're upset. Why? Because you was not being consistent. See, the consistent trader is always the relaxed, nonchalant trader. Like, man, this dude nonchalant. This person's so relaxed. Da da da. Yeah, because they consistent. They took their little win and they went on about their business and their account growing because they took that little win because the wins add up. You lose $10 a day, you go look at your account in a month. See what it's looking like. Yeah. hmm You ever seen the ants? How the ants work? They real small by themselves, but when they team up, they can get something done. They can take something down. Right? The same thing with your money. Let them dollars pile up. Yeah, get real stiff. Start letting them add up. Let them compound. Let them roll on in and see how it grows. Be okay with delayed gratification. This microwave society is messing your life up because you think everything supposed to be instant. The moment you enter the market, you think you're supposed to $1 million right there. Yeah. No, no, it don't work that way. The intelligent trader is patient. They are not looking for the instant gratification. They waiting for their success to come to them because they know it's gonna come. And then in the meantime, they're working on their personal life because not only I have to get my trading down pack, I also need to readdress some stuff in my personal life too. Maybe I do need to go work out. Maybe I do need to get my health better because what's why all this money if I don't have no health, right? Why do you feel like you only need to practice in your trading because it's all around? If you're greedy in life, then you're going to be greedy in the market. If you're selfish in life, you're gonna be selfish in your trades. If you're unsure in your life, you're gonna be unsure in your trades. It shows up badly in trades because that was the perfect entry. You chose not to take it because you're so unsure. You don't trust yourself. And that goes into the inconsistency because you're not consistent, so you can never trust yourself to take a consistent trade. When I see a pin bar is one of the highly successful reversal trades. Very successful. Why? Because it hit a vital point. It takes off and go in the opposite direction very quickly. That's that people who getting those the hogs they get swooped up because it going down and hit a key level. Instant reversal, right? Most traders don't take those dang on trades because they are not sure that they will be a success. Your stop loss at the bottom of the wick, your entry at the top. The moment it hit, bing, boom, you off, right? Especially at the bottom of a downtrend, you're looking for a 3 to 1, a 1 and 3, how they say it, right? Most traders look at it, go, and I call them out. They're like, "Oh man, I don't know about that." I said, "Yo, you should have been got in. Your risk management would have been at the bottom of structure, and if you do get stopped out, it's not that bad because you're close to structure, so it's not a bad stop. It's a very tight stop loss, so you don't have to worry about risking much." But that is a trade you must have confidence in. You must have surety in. You must have your chest out on that trade. You must like, yeah, I got this. Yeah, it ain't nothing. Because you at the safest point of the entry. Now you wait 3 candles and you decide to get in because now you see it actually going that direction. Well, it may give you a little bit of green. Then it'll reverse on you. Then you're gonna say, man, that crap don't work. Yeah, because you way up there and I'm way down here. It's a different place. It's a difference. I got in down there. You got in up here. I'm already full. I'm ready to get off now. But you still now you trying to get yours. And guess what? It's over because another set of guys said, "Hey, dog, son, y'all thought y'all tricked me out the streets, but I'm right here waiting on you. I'm about to drop it." And those the guys who spin the block and get their money back because they was waiting for you. They're like, "Oh, y'all think this sweet? All right, stay there real quick. I got something for you." And they come get you, right? Because a pin bar is number panic selling. That's what a pin bar is. When people drop down to a key level, it majority of times it hit a fair value gap or order block or supply zone. It hits and an extreme bounce happen because it's so many orders is hitting right at that level because everybody else see it except the people who are being greedy. The hogs don't see it because they head down eating too much. The pigs, they'll see it. They'll go on ahead and get like, oh, okay, cool. I had enough. The satisfied trader will bing get out the way. But the hogs, now heads deep in the trenches, deep, eating good, eating real good, and they don't see it coming. They say, "Oh, bet they coming right to us." And it goes off. By the second candle, you still holding. Third candle, you selling. So that's what make it take off like that because you're panic selling. It's tearing your stop losses up. And as them orders getting filled, the price is taking off, running, and then you're gonna be crazy enough to hop your behind in on the other side, thinking it's well, I'm getting my money back going this way. You 4 candles deep. You 4 candles deep. It's about to hit a top again because you didn't see, oh, that's resistance. Oh, this about to create a double top. You're gonna drop again, but you're not. You so gun shy. You like, oh man, they got me. I'm about to take it this way. It's a reversal. Blah blah blah. Nah, it's just a temporary, pull back. If it reverse like that, it's gonna create a double top 9 out of 10. They're gonna come right back down and do plus more because the same people who took your money from the downside, they waiting at the upside. of that trade. They waiting up there and they about to slap it back down like some type of DBZ action figure, something. They about to slap. Yeah. And that double top gonna play out. And you're gonna be crying in the car again because you got whipsawed because you took the other direction because you was being a hog. He was being a hog on that previous trade. So yeah, that's how that happens. You feel me? That's the reason why you must know what's all in that trade. When you see those things come, you must be aware of how that happened. How you know this happens? You go do your back testing. You go back test. You go wonder like, why the candle did that? You ask yourself that question. And anytime those candles do that, I already call them out. I say, oh, that's double top. Oh, double bottom. Ain't no way in heck you're gonna get rejected from this level and not come back. Of course they're gonna spin a block because the moment they go off, they're gonna come back down and go back the other damn direction. Right? It happens every day. It happens every chart. You just gotta be available there to see it. That's why I say don't try to play it all the way out, man. Go on and get your money. Get in that strong push. That strong push. They're gonna give you one. You're gonna have one strong push candle, a bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, or one elephant candle, how they like to say it. Then the moment that thing do zero follow through or little follow through, exit. Go on ahead, exit. Because that thing pulled back like that after putting in that previous candle, 9 out of 10, that's a reversal, my boy. Yeah. They going the other way real quick. They got to go holler at some people real fast because there's a lot of candles ain't been hollered at real quick. A lot of imbalances, a lot of fair value gaps got put in. You think that drop is going to keep dropping like that? No. They got to go see some folks. They got to go pay some taxes real quick. You feel me? Go sit down for a little bit and then they can come back your way. But you won't know that if you being a hog. The satisfied trader knows that. So they exit. They have a pleasant ride. Then they get ready. They go on here, go down to the point of no return, and they wait there with their orders. Now they on the other side with the other folks with their orders sitting there. So as you being a hog, they like, all right, it was nice, homie. Now they waiting on the other side to take your earnings, take your money real quick. I do it plenty of times. I tell people like, oh, you still in it? Okay. I said, man, appreciate you. They say, what? Yeah, I'm taking your money. I know you in this trade, so unlike the rest of the market, unlike the rest of the traders that don't know who they taking their money from, I do know who I'm taking my money from in some cases. It'd be funny. We do it to each other. We like, oh man, hey man, appreciate that money, dog. They're gonna be, they're gonna pay for my dinner tonight. Yeah. Do it on purpose to each other. It's good because that keep us on game, right? We ruthless, but with humility because it keep us on point. Yes, we talk mad smack especially on the features floor, right? Because it let us know, like, hell, maybe I need to stop doing that because, you know, he keep getting my money. I'm tired of giving Neo my money. I'm tired of giving Steve my money. I'm tired of giving Rod my money. They keep tearing me up. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead exit when they exit. Then I'm gonna be sitting there getting somebody else money because it's my turn to eat. If it is my turn to be on the other side of this table, other side of this trade. So, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. We ain't gonna go too much more. It's time to stop being a hog. It's time to be a consistent trader. It's time to use your risk management. It's time to be a better trader, a successful trader, a satisfied trader. It's okay taking the percents. It's okay to take the 10 to 20% because it adds up. It adds up. Believe me, it adds up. So stop being the hog in the market and just be the satisfied trader. Our goal is to make money, not to give it away. If you can consistently make money, it adds up and you'll look up and see how much money you really do have. But you must be consistent. Okay? You must be consistent at all times. It's the only way this works. It don't work if you're not being consistent. So please be consistent. Don't be a hog. Pay attention to your levels. Focus on your one trade. Focus on your one thing. And once that one thing is over, then venture out into something else. Then go holler at this other trade. Then go entertain this other chart. When you're in your trade, focus on your trade. I don't care what somebody calling out. Focus on what's on your plate. Eat your plate. Eat the food on your plate until your food is finished. Don't ask for seconds. Finish your meal. At least have a stop loss in place when you get into profits, and you then go entertain something else. If you don't have that in place, don't entertain nothing else. Don't walk away from that trade until you have your risk management keyed in place. Because not, you're gonna have a miserable time in this market and you won't last long. The name of the game is survival. So if you're not doing those necessary survival tactics, you're not gonna be here long. It was nice knowing you. Sorry you had to leave. It is what it is. It's not us forcing you out, it's the market. You did it to yourself. That's the self accountability. A lot of great people came and went because they didn't have risk management. They never wanted to do their risk management. They never wanted to check their risk management. So they gone. They no longer around anywhere, right? So if you want to survive this game, you want to survive this market, and you want, because you're gonna need this money. Believe me, you gonna need this money. Really. If you want to you want to survive this, be consistent. Keep that in mind. Be consistent. All right. Please. Yes, please. Be consistent.